Chapter 8. We are almost there. Defining purpose, the rules of engagement. Let's look at a couple key terms here before we get into it. It just gets better. It just gets better and better. Extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is the first key term. Reflects the desire to get more of something that we don't feel we have enough of, i.e., money, approval, social standing, power, or even love. Extrinsic motivation, being motivated by something outside. Intrinsic motivation grows out of the desire to engage in an activity because we value it for its inherent satisfaction it provides. Just an awesome little thing. He'll talk about that here briefly in the outline. Values is another key term here in this chapter. It's what we believe, our intrinsic worth. Values, they provide a source of inspiration and meaning. Ultimately, they're just roadmaps to action. Values, he says. They're roadmaps to action. So values are super important. He's going to talk about that. And then just a vision statement. A vision statement is, quote, is a declaration of intent about how to invest one's energy. Regularly revisited, it serves as a source of sustaining direction and a fuel for action. It's really, really good stuff he's going to talk about here. So let's get into it. First off, he talks about this whole idea, and it's in the key terms, this hero's journey, how every human is created to be a hero. Every human is created to have a purpose and to have meaning. But he says in our world, we're just too busy. He's like, we're just too busy to be able to even pursue this type of thing. We're too busy to pursue a vision and a purpose. And so I think for global transformation, that's the beauty of it, is we've broken through this busyness and we've, started on this, what he would call a call to adventure. We've started on this adventure, and it's just beautiful. That's why we have that deep, deep, deep source of energy down deep. So purpose as energy. So purpose, I'm going to kind of make this up, but purpose can be transformed into energy. Purpose is energy. Purpose equals energy, if you will. And so he says that there are three factors to purpose being energy. It becomes energy when the source of it moves from negative to positive. So the source of a purpose moves from negative to positive, or from threat to challenge. We've already talked about that. So negative to positive. Let's go to the second one. When its sources moves from external to internal. External to internal. Motivation. We just looked at those key terms, motivation. So I like what he says here. We have more passion for the things we truly enjoy. It's just that simple. If we truly enjoy something, we're going to have more passion for it. The purpose is going to be steered more internally versus externally, and so we're going to enjoy it more, and it's just going to give us energy. If we don't enjoy it, think about it. It's not going to give us energy. It can be purpose, but it's not going to give us energy. So it's got to be internal versus external. And then third and finally, when it moves from self to others. I love that. That's real basic humility stuff and servitude stuff of our purpose gives us energy. You think about even that. If it's internal and it's even positive, if it's all about me, it's not going to give me energy. Like that's pretty powerful. I mean, that is very powerful. I'm not going to get caught up on that, but think through that. Think through that. I get energy in my purpose and my vision if it's about other people. If it's about me, even if it's going to change, well, it can't change the world if it's about me, but yeah. So it just got to be about other people. It's incredible. So defining purpose, I love this. I never really thought about this too much, but values to virtues for energy is what I titled this. Values are the ground for which purpose is built. Boom. It's just powerful. Values are the ground for which purpose is built. Remember, values are things that we believe. There's internal worth, these value statements. What are your values? And if you can figure out your values, they become the ground. They become the foundation to the house of purpose. They are what purpose and vision are built on. It's just awesome. So you have to start with the values. The stronger your commitment, I love this, the stronger your commitment to values, the stronger source of energy they become. Whew. I mean, he just crushed this in the chapter. He talked over and over about if you're not committed to your own values, it's not going to give you energy. I would use the psychological term cognitive dissonance. If you believe something but you're not acting out on those beliefs, it leads to a worse place than it did before you even believed it. So you have to determine your values. I am giving. I'm a giving person. That is part of my value system. I want to give. But if I never give, it's going to rob me of energy. It's going to absolutely rob me. So I have to be acting out my values. Resisting temptation because of values gives us energy. Love that. I love that. That if we are not, if we say we value productivity and hard work, yet we sleep in half the day and we never work, it's not going to give us the energy. But when we wake up on time and we get after it, that's why there's so much more energy on Marco Polo. There's so much more energy because we're sticking to a value and we resisted the temptation to sleep in. Oh man, powerful stuff. So value in action is a virtue. I love that. Value in action is a virtue. So we're after virtues. So, and then essentially we're after vision is what he would even say, is we're after purpose and then vision. So if we can figure out our purpose and our vision built on our values and we walk this out, we're maxing out in our energy levels at our spiritual. So I think even just biblically, when you think about spiritual energy, that just comes from having a vision from the Lord. It comes from having a vision from the Lord. And Paul constantly talks about, I've worked hard as I possibly can, and when I'm dead in my energy, I have some more energy that comes straight from God. But if you look at it and you study what Paul's saying, it's always focused on others. He's always like, because of your transformation or because of your maturity. And so what's happening here is it's this. He has his purpose, his vision, his values, and he's walking it out, and God just supplies him with that energy over and over and over again. So that's this chapter. It's a very, very, very powerful chapter, but let's move on to chapter 9.